Hello to all, welcome back to my channel. This is Sangeeta. So today I'm going to discuss the GSI 2021 paper. Okay, it is 2021 question paper on the basis of different topics which are mentioned on the syllabus. Like if you see syllabus, there are 10 subjects and different topics are mentioned like principal uniformitism, comma, origin, comma, internal structure of earth. First question and the first topic itself, which is principle of uniformitism. So it states that the same external and internal processes that we recognize today have been operating consistent throughout most of the Earth history. Okay. Next, this topic is origin. So, which question they have made out of this topic? Which one of the following is most widely accepted model of the evolutionary theories of the solar system? Okay. So it is nebular hypothesis. Third one is internal structure of the earth. So on the basis of this, they have made question like the boundary between Sial and Sima is called as Conrad discontinuity. Okay. Next is topic is origin of atmosphere. Okay. So question is the main cause of blowing wind across the earth's surfaces. So it is the heating of atmosphere, land, ocean accompanied by the changes in air and pressure. ठीक है, एक जगह हाई प्रेशर होगा and at some place there will be low pressure. So air will flow from the high pressure to low pressure area. The third topic is earthquake and volcanoes. So they have made question out of it like mega thrust earthquake are most damaging and deadly of all earthquakes. So these mega thrust they are located along the contact between subducting plate and the overriding plate. So it will located at the contact. Okay, यहाँ कहीं होगा. Then the term soma refers to it refers to the rim of semi-destroyed old volcanic crater inside which another cone may rise by the subsequent eruptions. Okay. Then on topic seafloor spreading, they have made question like mid-oceanic ridges contain black smokers. So these are hydrothermal vents from where hot water laden with fine-grained sulfide mineral jet out of the into the cold seawater. Okay. क्या होगा? Spreading होगी. There will be spreading and there will be Pluton inside and the water on the outer surface, it will be colder. Okay. So this hot water, it will inject into this cold water. Next is geological action of river, wind, glacier, waves, erosional and depositional landforms. Okay. So they are mostly asking question from the glacial landforms. So it is in glacier, the debris which is carried at the surface of ice is called as supra, as the term itself says supra means something which is above. Okay. So they have all asked that it will be on the surface of ice. So it is supraglacial. So during the process of sand transport by aeolian action, the mechanical wear and tear of the sand particle among themselves, okay, they are wearing and tearing among themselves. एक दूसरे के साथ ही वो टूट फूट रहे हैं. So it will be attrition. Next is a stream emerging from a steep, narrow valley into a broad. Okay, this is Himalayas, and a stream is emerging from it like this. There will be a broader lowland may build up gently sloping conical deposit with an apex will be at mouth of the narrow. Okay, this is the apex and this is the broader part which is forming away from this apex. So it will be alluvial fan. Okay. Next topic is weathering processes and products. So first question they made out of it is which you can see it is related to Bowen reaction series too, that mineral quartz it survives. Why? We all know because it crystallizes late. है ना? First mineral which crystallize in Bowen reaction series it is olivine, pyroxene, amphibole, and last is quartz. Okay, so it is B. Which one of the following explain the chelation process of weathering? So chelation it related to the metal ions. Okay, so it is the bonding of metal ions to organic substance. So it is B. Next topic is orogeny and plate tectonics. The question which they have made out of it is that which tell us the orogeny which is which occurred during this period, Ordovician and Silurian. So it is Caledonian orogeny. So you have to remember the time period for these two. Okay, they can ask in future exams. Next question is stress, strain, and rheological properties of rocks. So the angular shear in a deformed rock body is described as, so it is the degree to which two originally perpendicular lines are deflected from 90 degree. Okay, so if it is like this, it will deflect like this after deformation from 90 degree. Okay, it will deflect into away from 90 degree. Next is the appropriate mathematical expression of total strain creep. ये आपको ना you will find this equation in Banger, so it is D. Next is classification of fold and fault. Okay, so it is like it is theoretical question. So class 1 folds, they are distinguished by dip isocone that converge downward, signifying that curvature of outer arc is less than the inner arc. Okay, so if this is the inner arc, then curvature of outer arc, it will be less. Next is throw in a fault is defined as, it is the thickness of stratigraphic interval between two beds that are brought into contact by faulting. Next one is, which one of the following type of fold are classified on the basis of mechanism of folding? So it is flexure slip fold, and next is the assembly of tilted block, half graben host is called as fault block landscape. Next one is next topic is Mohr circle and criteria for the failure of rock. So question they made out of it is that sigma n and sigma s shear stress on Mohr envelope is reflected by, so it is the coordinate of point making the intersection of each circle with its radius. Ductile and brittle shear in rocks. This is another topic. So one question you can find out from the brittle part is this cataclastic flow or cataclasites, right? So it is cataclastic flow is the result of frictional sliding along the interconnected microcracks. Okay, on the shallow part of earth there will be faults. Okay, so this part is very brittle. So you will find cataclasites over here, breccia, fault gouge, and as you move along the depth in the deeper part, you will find the more ductile nature of the rocks. Like they will not break, they will only bend. Okay, so you will find myelonites here. Next is, which one of the following rock type may also be formed along the planes of movement in the crust? So it is breccia. Okay. So here in the shallow part, you will find fault breccia, fault gouge, cataclasites. Next question is from the V rules and the outcrop pattern. They asked this question in JAM exam 2, GATE exam 2. So it is very important. Outcrop pattern of bed that dip downstream at an angle less than the gradient of stream forms V, which points the upstream direction. Okay. If dip is less than the gradient of stream, this is the only case in which you will find the upstream direction. Okay. Next is study of topo sheet. In a structural contour map, homocline are distinguished by. So in a structural contour map, homoclines are distinguished by the subparallel contour lines that steadily decrease or increase in elevation value across the face of the map. Next topic is planar and linear structures. So what is rake? It is the angle between line and strike line of the plane which contain that line. Okay. So if it is a plane and if there is a line and if it is deflected, then the angle which this line will form with this plane is called as rake. Okay. On the same plane, like you don't have to extend it to the vertical. Next is notation and indices. If the indices of crystal face is rational number, so it is very simple. Okay, it is very simple. They are saying it is ABC. Okay, so it is 1, 1 1, and you will take fraction out of it, then it will again become 1 1 1. Then you will made this symbol which you will study in your crystallography. Next one is economic geology. Bauxite is a mixture of gibbsite, diaspora, and bohemite. So a few non-metallic mineral are often found associated, separated from the ore body. Okay, so I'm not discussing them in very detail. I'm just telling you the topic from which they are asking the questions, right? So it is gang mineral. Next is black lead. It is graphite. Which one of the following mineral is used as important raw material? So it is gypsum. Which one of the following ore mineral is associated with nepheline cyanide in Khammam district of Andhra Pradesh? It is corundum. Next is which of the mineral are classified within the sulfides? So it is arsenides. Which silicate of iron and magnesium is termed as chrysolite? So it is olivine. Next, which of the following statement regarding hydrothermal solution is correct? So these are the concentrated, highly dissociated electrolytic solution. Okay. Next is which one of the following is a letter bean type of deposit? So if you watch my economic geology video, I have explained all of these. Okay, so you can find example for all of these type of bean type of deposit which they can ask in future exams too. So it is magnesite deposit of the Mysore, Karnataka. Next is a host of mineral deposit occur at the contact zone of meso and epizonal igneous plutons because they are the weak zone, mixing of fluid take place and thermal gradient is steep. Okay. So you know that in there is initially epizone, mesozone and catazone. So the next subject is mineralogy. The question which you can expect from this topic is that opal is a mineral that displays iridescence. Okay, this is the property of opal, or it also called as play of colors when rotated or observed from different direction because it has water trapped in its structure. So that is why. ओके, तो आपको भी पता है कोई अगर पानी पड़ा होगा, अगर उसके ऊपर सूरज की किरणें पड़ती हैं तो क्या होगा, एक रेनबो टाइप बनेगा. सिमिलरली ओपल में भी हमें ऐसे ही देखने को मिलता है ना. प्लियोक्रोइज्म रिप्रेजेंट चेंज ऑफ कलर अपॉन रोटेशन of microscope stage under plain polarized light. So it is the two extreme of color seen twice during a complete 360-degree rotation. So there is one more option which is 90-degree rotation. So it is wrong. Next is in alkali feldspar, a couple substitution occur when one aluminium ion plus one aluminium plus one silica, it will enter into the framework structure and replace one silicon ion and in addition fill a vacant site. Next is Ricke principle. It is very famous principle. Here what will happen, that solution in the pore space of rock dissolve the portion of crystal which is under, जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा stress होगा, it will dissolve that portion, and where there is less stress it will precipitate or deposit their material over there. Okay. Next topic is optical properties of common rock forming mineral: olivine, garnet, pyroxene, amphibole, mica, feldspar, and quartz. Okay, so let's see what question they are asking from these part. So it is first one is they are asking from the olivine. Okay, so in a zoned olivine crystal, iron tend to diffuse away from the phyllite rich portion. So it is the interdiffusion. See, I have already told you that I'm going to only discuss the topic and the question which they are asking from these topic. If you want to see the complete analysis, you can watch my previous videos which I have uploaded. Okay. So which one of the following properties of mica make it an excellent electrical insulator? So it is its splitting property. Okay. We know that it can split into thin sheets. So it can make it as excellent electrical insulator. Okay. Next subject is metamorphic. So in metamorphic, you will see metamorphic structure, slate, schist, and gneiss. This is how they have mentioned in the syllabus. Do go through the syllabus. This is how they have written everything by placing one comma after that. Okay. Which one of the following is a similar to slate but has a silky sheen? So it is phyllite. If the foliation is caused by the parallel alignment of medium to coarse, here you will see the terms. If they have written fine, okay, so it is first it will be shale, it will get metamorphosed into slate, phyllite, schist, and gneiss. Okay. So if it is fine grained, then it will be slate or phyllite. They told that it is medium to coarse grain. So you will mark schistosity here. Okay. And in the gneiss, you will see different bandings of mafic and felsic minerals. Okay. There will be mafic minerals of darker color and felsic bands of the light color. Okay. Next topic is metamorphic textures, pre, syn, post tectonic porphyroblast. Okay. So the question they are asking from the texture part is what is granoblastic texture and what happens in the granoblastic texture. So there will be increase in grain size. Okay. We all know that what happened in the metamorphism. We know that metamorphism process it occur between the temperature range of above 250 to 700 degrees Celsius. है ना? And what happened above the 700 to 800 degrees Celsius? There will be complete melting. So it will be called as igneous rock instead of metamorphic rock. And the second part is metamorphism is a process which take place in a solid state. Okay. There will be no melting. The whole process it will occur in the solid state condition only. Okay. And the third thing is there will be recrystallization. See, if there is a rock, it is very fine grained. Okay. It is suppose it is a sandstone and made of quartz grains. So quartz grain will be present like this. And after increasing temperature and pressure, what will happen? This sandstone will be converted into quartzite. Okay. So what will happen? Grain size will increase and they will become less in number. Here the number is like grains. So earlier there was more number of grains, then the grain size it increases and number of grains it decreases. Okay. So increase in grain size. Next is armored relics are. So these are the mineral as inclusion even though they are no longer present in the rock matrix. Okay. Next is snowball garnet. We know that it is a syntectonic growth pattern. So you have to remember what are the post tectonic growth pattern. Like they have asked in the assistant geologist exam about the helicitic fold. Okay, so these are the post tectonic, and what is pre tectonic growth pattern. You have to remember all of those. Okay, all are mentioned in the winter book. Next is in metamorphic rock when grains are of same size 120 degree. So this texture is granoblastic texture, and decussate is similar to it, but you can comment down in the comment box section that what is difference between the granoblastic and the decussate. Okay. Next topic is concept of metamorphic zone, isograde and facies. So they can ask question like what is metamorphic zone, what is metamorphic isograde, and what is metamorphic facies. So which of the following is defined as the line joining points where rock has suffered metamorphism under similar pressure temperature condition. So it will be called as isograde. Okay. Grade is a different thing. Grade is related to temperature. Like if it is a low grade, then it means low temperature, medium grade, medium temperature, high grade means high temperature. And facies are a different concept like zeolite facies, prehnite, pumpelite facies, okay, green schist facies, blue schist facies. Zone is a different thing. So there are how many zones? There are 6 zones, right? I remember it as like C, B, G, star, kya, sil. Okay. So this is chloride zone, biotite zone, garnet zone, stolorite zone, kyanite zone, and the very high pressure zone is sillimanite zone. Okay. So this answer is isograde. Next topic is limit, type, and the control of metamorphism. So there is pressure temperature limit for the metamorphism, which I have told you. There are different type of metamorphism too. Okay, like contact metamorphism, regional metamorphism, orogenic metamorphism. Okay, impact metamorphism, and there are controls of metamorphism. I think I have discussed this question. Next is metamorphic rock. Okay, so there are different type of metamorphic rock. quartzite, hornfels, eclogites, okay, charnokites. So let's see what is eclogite. So eclogite, it is a amphicite rich rock, okay. So as you see, amphicite is written over here, and one more thing, it will not contain prejudice, okay. So you will mark B as the option. Next question is, the granulite facies rock that high grade develop felsic segregation due to partial melting are called as migmatites, okay. We know that initially there is sedimentary process or diagenesis between temperature 150 to 250, and after 250 to 700 to 800 there will be metamorphism, and after this there will be partial melting process starts, okay. So it will result in the formation of migmatites, which is a segregated rock, means there will be mafic and felsic segregations. So these will be, darker layer will be mafic and this light layer will be felsic, okay. So next question is, related to facies series. As I've told you, the characteristic of granulite facies. So they can ask next time about the grenaceous facies. Okay, so you have to remember like this. So it is the development of both CPX and OPX commonly with the quartz and plagioclase. Next question, which of the following represent the location of metamorphic paired belt? So it is the subduction zone beneath island arc and the continental margin. Next is, garnet in situ deposits are generally associated with. So you have seen that there are bigger black color porphyroblast in metamorphic rock. So these are called as garnet porphyroblast. Okay. So it is a metamorphic, you can see them in metamorphic rocks. Next is, desilication reaction occur when? So it occurs when the carbonate sedimented rock react with the silicate magma, produces calcium magnesium silicates. Okay. Next is, magnesium number is designated by M. Is called, it is used for the differentiation index. Next, so I have planned to come live at 8 p.m. today, but due to some issues, like I was planning to make all of these things live on YouTube. Like I wanted to share my desktop screen on YouTube so that I can cover all of these topic. Okay, so it's okay. Um, Most of the part is done. So tomorrow I will upload for the igneous petrology, mineralogy, economic geology and hydrology. Okay, so I will upload similar video like this. So if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe. Milte hain next video mein. Bye bye.